Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Nittany Lions head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Nittany Lions head coach before the game. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Beck. He's going to go for a big one. And incomplete on the deep ball. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got it. He smashes his way through again. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense, because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the run, it's Lacey. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast to force the incompletion.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm. And that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Looking for a man. It's Beck. Under fire. And down he goes.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it inside the 25. A massive pick up on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And another big play for this offense. How about this offense coming out on fire, throwing the football all over the yard, making big plays. This is a tough unit to stop this defense. They better find some answers, or he's going to throw for more yards in this game than he ever has.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Working the middle, it's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. In the red area, it's Peoples. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on 3rd down coming up? Do you want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread them out, maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to keep it? Or do you want to bring the big fellas in, go jumbo formation, and just try to impose your will?
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little farther.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Lacey. There he goes. Got enough for the 1st. He's at the 40. At the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage, knocking that ball away and doing it clean? No PI on that one.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll ride the hot hand. Can't get him to the ground.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On 3rd down, here's Peoples. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. They'll go with Peoples. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
The toss sweep to the right. Nice move to keep running. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more select.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Stepping to the right. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. He's got it down the field. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Dropping back, it's Beck. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They just keep firing. He's got it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff for Peoples. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Odom. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Rebels. Rolled his way into the end zone.
And that's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
To the air, it's Beck. Steps away to find some room. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And here comes the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about...
There he goes to the right. The tag. Touchdown, Rebels. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you can tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Beck. That one never had a chance, incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Got his man, and it's a fumble after that huge gain. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all.
Breaks into the open. Pass to 30. 10. Touchdown, Penn State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. Need more of that physicality in the second half.
And he tacks on the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run play action. Rushes on him, looking to take a shot. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. On the ground, it's Lacey. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Breaks the tackle. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Dead center perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
He's not afraid to go deep. Goes high to pull it in. Turning it on. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the number 17 team, the Florida Gators. And it's Missouri in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the American Conference.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Looking for space. It's Lacey. Makes it past the marker. Smith just shedding tackles. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get concerned, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Jukes his way for more. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Tries to get it on the ground. And he's not even going to come close to the marker on 4th down.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's a gift to Peoples. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
To the air, it's Beck. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. The defense finally came up with a play.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Hand off, Peoples running left. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They get to him as he throws.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Shoots it to the left. Oh, look, Ma, one hand.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the...
Could be an alley. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the bill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and, man, what they can do on second down here. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
He breaks a tackle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Open the final period with a third down play. A designed run for the quarterback. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Moving out to the right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
And the defense was so close. They had done such a good job up to that point, setting up a fourth down. It looked like they had the QB corralled, but they let him escape. That is going to be a coaching moment for them moving forward.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
And he's knocked down.
Man, I want to be a team that can run the football and be physical, especially on second and inches, buy myself some space, coming out of my own territory. The defense met the physical challenge. Now third and inches, this offense needs to be more physical.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Here's Peoples one more time. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a gap. It's Lacey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The play action fake. Buying some time. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Goes high to pull it in. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Penn State. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Rebels offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. They give it to him again. Looking for room at the 40. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Rebels.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they finished it with a 74-yard touchdown run. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Here's a throw downfield late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.